Cam's in it. Diggs is in it.
Yeah, who knows?
Starting
Our
the recording.
estimated by the end of the season due to injuries.
I started the recording, so I'm just gonna do the audio, but y'all can keep the face on if you want. I don't care.
All right. You want to go through the rosters and just kind of talk through?
Yeah, let's just do it. I mean, let's just start with Nicky because Yahoo had him at what, 1?
Yeah, Yahoo had him as the number 1 draft. I don't know. I'm not a huge Tyreek Hill fan, but he did get arguably a best player at each individual position.
What do you mean?
He got a Patrick Mahomes, I'd say, is
Kelce.
QB1. Tyreek Hill, I say, is a receiver 1 if you're still believing in Tyreek Hill. Jonathan Taylor is RB1. Travis Kelce's tight end 1. I mean,
the sneakiest part has got to be Eli Mitchell.
Yeah, do you think he gets the carries in San Fran?
That if he's healthy, I mean, I don't even know if he plays, but if he does hit, then you're talking 2 RB1s basically, because Elijah Mitchell was like, who had him last year?
I will say his team, other than Melvin Gordon, there's not a single player on his bench that I'd want.
Yeah, that's fair.
Facts.
Yeah, I think if Michael Thomas pans out and Elijah Mitchell pans out, I think Nicky will be pretty unstoppable.
Just a little thing I noticed in his first week matchup, he won the medal for the highest draft, and then he's got the lowest projected points because his defense are playing the Chargers and the Chiefs.
That's a tough start.
I think he will be starting in the negative at defense.
He's gonna start 0-1 against Jordan. Actually, I don't think Jordan has the wide receivers to beat anybody.
Okay, Jordan's my next roster. Let's go through Jordan.
I don't think
you don't like Johnson and Waddle?
I like them. I think they're both hurt.
I think they're both. I mean, it's 2 weeks till the first game.
Surely
they'll be ready to go.
My crazy prediction is that A.J. Dillon vultures all of Aaron Jones' touchdowns week 1.
God, I hope so.
I also think that Tom Brady is probably not going to sling the rock nearly as much off the rip.
Yeah, I don't like his quarterbacks one bit. I don't think Tom Brady's a relevant fantasy quarterback. I would rather have Trey Lance or something than Brady.
I don't know, man. Brady was like QB2 last year in our league with this crazy scoring. I mean, did you see the press conference of him where he was like, "Got shit going on, man. I'm 45.
Yeah, I'm 45 years old, man."
Okay.
I don't know. People are saying he's getting a divorce or something, so we'll see if he is the same Tom Brady this year.
Yeah, they also had a couple injuries on the O-line, didn't they?
Yeah, they lost like 3 O-linemen or something.
Yeah, he's a mobile quarterback in the league for the last 20-some-odd years, so.
Yeah, he's probably going to get hurt, right? Is he getting hurt if he has that much pressure?
I don't know. Shoot, man. He hasn't gotten hurt a ton in his long career, but.
Or they just can't spread the ball down the field because they can't protect him long enough, and they're just a completely stagnant offense.
Yeah, and you have Mike Evans right now.
I really think it's going to be very similar to the Cowboys offense as far as not a good O-line, one good receiver, and just a quarterback that can't get protected.
Dude, Cowboys are so sad. After that, who was it, Tyrone Smith?
Yeah.
That's just an L. That's just the season basically dead, right?
We were already weak to tackle, and then take him away, we're screwed.
All right, so who's winning this one? We got Jordan, Nicky.
I got Nicky.
Jordan, Nicky. Let's see. I like Nicky. I think Nicky until injuries is probably the best team. He's got the most top end talent in the league.
Nah, I'm going Jordan gets him on the first week.
I do think the defenses are, people forget to count that, and Nicky's got by far the worst defenses in the league week 1.
For week 1, yeah. They'll be good afterwards.
You shall see.
I don't know that we need to break down every matchup because this could be a 45-minute long video.
Yeah,
or whatever. So there's our breakdown of matchups. Any insight on the draft? Who do we think? Worst draft, best deal? I mean, best deal for me was.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Kamara at like what 40, 41,
If
42.
he's normal Kamara.
That's nuts.
I thought one of the actual surprising best drafts was Jed and Gabe.
Yeah, I like that.
Their quarterbacks are, of course, great, but they got Javonte Williams, James Conner. I think that's a phenomenal duo. And DJ Moore, Jerry Jeudy could have huge upside with new quarterbacks.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson's kind of nuts too, and Jalen Hurts.
They can't. I think they'll move one of the two of them within the first 2 weeks of the season. So they could add a receiver, a tight end, and be really good.
I like that they picked up Amon-Ra St. Brown too.
Yeah.
Was that your guy?
I think he'll be solid.
I just can't take a Lion.
Yeah, but he blew up. He was blowing
big Hard Knocks guy. You got to watch Hard Knocks. You got to get at least one.
Oh, okay. That's how it works. Yeesh. All right. So I've got Dean as my call out draft pick. Jake called out Gabe and Jed. Alfred, what do you got here?
I think me and Jake both agreed. The top like 3 players, 100 teams is really good, and then the drop off is massive.
Who's this Hunter's team?
Yeah, Lang.
He's got a top quarterback, top receiver, and a top running back.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And absolutely nothing on the bench.
Yeah.
Hey,
terrible too.
Olave is going to be nuts this year. That was one of my guys. I wanted him so bad.
Yeah, I don't really love his defenses. Cincinnati's okay. Houston Pride right there to show he's picked up a 4-point projection defense.
Yeah, and he's got to be worst tight ends in the league with Brate.
Cameron Brate.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
Albert Akabakabaga.
Yeah, the guy basically has bum in his name.
Yeah.
I mean, if he has the early slot, what is that? A Thursday 5 p.m. game, a Sunday 125 for Devontae Adams, and a Dalvin Cook 125. He's gonna know if he won or lost at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday.
Yeah.
Because once his top 3 players are done, there's not a lot left.
The first game of the year, Bills-Rams, going to be a lot of fantasy implications the first Thursday.
Yeah.
If Stafford plays, I hope he's on.
I also thought Connor Prue had a really good draft. Minus, I don't love the DK pick, but it's not bad.
Yeah, everything else is pretty deadly.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't have taken Metcalf or Chubb, but
I was thinking Chubb was going to be cheap. Like, I thought everyone would forget about him.
He's just such a name value guy.
Yeah, I mean, 6 weeks into, he might get the DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray stack, which would be really nice for his team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is true.
And that Kareem Hunt stack with Chubb, that's got to be something, right? Like, there's no way he doesn't get traded.
One of them gets hurt. They both get hurt all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so then if you had to take a guess, who's making playoffs, who's not making playoffs, just gut check. Pepe.
Let's see. Let me look at the divisions. I think that plays a huge role. I think that Nicky makes playoffs. He has too many top end talent. I think with Brian Robinson getting a shot, Hefe is going to make the playoffs. That's exactly what I needed. I like P-Ball's team.
What did you say? You said you wanted a running back?
Yeah, well, I have Gibson, and now he's rolling. I think P-Ball makes it. I think Jed and Gabe make it. And I think Prue makes it. We'll see about the 2 co-hosts here. We'll see.
It'll be interesting. I think the 2 divisions that are stacked, they're just going to be really hard to get out of.
Parasite off each other.
I think Patrick wins Anderson.
I don't know.
The other teams.
Something to say about that.
You think P-Ball takes Anderson?
Yeah. Either him or Jed or Gabe.
I gotta go look at this.
People went so much money at the beginning of the draft. He's so dependent on his top end players, though. If he gets one injury, he reminds me of Siraj from last year.
Yeah.
He can have 1 week where he goes from the best team to clearly the worst team.
Oh yeah.
Well, I also wasn't super sold on Breece Hall. I know everyone's high on him, but they've been splitting a ton of reps, and I think he paid close to RB1 value for him.
Yeah, Breece Hall came out pretty early.
Yeah, P-Ball knew what guys he wanted, I guess.
I do think Breece Hall does get better as the year goes on, assuming he stays healthy. Gets more and more carries. Zach Wilson gets back. We'll see.
I don't know. I think if it's not Jed and Gabe, it might actually be Ian and Anderson. Because if you look at his team, Herbert's going to be nuts. If Barkley hits, he's going to be, RB4. ETN, PPR monster. Dalton Schultz, pretty damn good tight end.
Yeah. I mean, I really like his team. I don't like his receivers.
I think eventually Ian's going to have to get rid of one of the tight ends in order to get a better receiver.
But I could see a scenario where Chris Godwin's back week 2, week 3, and all of a sudden you take out Kirk and put Godwin, and he's not a bad team at all.
Yeah, it's a sneaky team.
Because Pittman could be a phenomenal receiver too.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to be wide receiver 8 or 9 this year.
Yeah, very consistent.
Even with 40-year-old Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay, so Anderson for me goes Gabe and Jed. Cougar, that's tough. Hard not to go with the value team of Dean out of that division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
The upside of Chase and Diggs and Kamara together is just nuts.
I think he's got one of the best benches as well.
Mm.
Allen Robinson, Cordell Patterson, Brandon Ayuk. I hear good things about.
Mm-hmm. He has a lot of every wide receiver of his is crazy for the value. Yeah. Yeah. I think 2 get out of Cougar. 2 or 3 out of Cougar. Maybe 2 out of Rose, 1 out of Anderson. Just because I don't think Anderson's going to win many out of their division.
I will say that Anderson's got some baller waiver picks. They're 1, 3, 4, and 10.
Yeah, pretty good.
Cougar's got absolutely nothing. It's some of the worst I've ever seen. Other than Dean, there's 6, 8, and 9.
All right, Alfred, you gonna close us out with your championship guess?
Who do I think's gonna win it all?
No, your championship matchup. You don't gotta pick who wins yet.
Right now, if I really had to guess, I'm probably gonna go with Nikki, and then I have a feeling it might be. Shoot, God, it's hard to pick a second. I think it might be Nikki, and I think it might be Prue for some reason.
Prue gets out of there, huh?
Prue's a player.
Good, man. He's got a lot of upside on the team.
Smart drafter.
Yeah, he's a good drafter. Which this year you can tell I don't feel like we left the draft and there was like one team that was just like completely terrible. Last year I felt like I left and my team was terrible. But I don't know. I don't see like a super clear, like there are teams I don't love as much, but there's not one where I'm like, what were they doing?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we got a Nikki and a P-ball, or Nikki and a Prue prediction from Alfred. Hefe gave his playoff picks. I can't remember all of them. I've got a sneaky winner of Ian and Dean. I think that's pretty much as many predictions as we need. What do you think?
I agree, and I like all the predictions. Those are all the teams that I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any last words? Oh, shout out Taylor. If you listen to this,
shout out Taylor, the auctioneer, and Blake for bringing the entertainment
of the game.
Yeah.
So
I thought the best part was in the middle of the 3rd or 4th round, where it took about 2 players for his voice to go from normal to just 20 packs a day.
I don't
just
think he
drop off
realized
a
how
cliff.
long he was going to. He should have started a little slow. He was that kid at the seventh grade mile race that takes off on the first lap sprinting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
See, another successful draft weekend. I'll say it was fun all around.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think every year it'll just get more and more competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I saw the number of laptops, everyone had some stuff.
It was
Yeah.
drastic. I think the next person that needs to get better at drafting is Siraj, though. That dude seemed to be scrambling to keep up the whole time.
I will say last year he spent his money fast. This year he spent it real slow. So maybe he knew what he was doing.
That's a good point.
He had the most money most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the biggest potential misses is the fact that if Gabe and Jed had held on to that extra $20 for Gabriel Davis, they could have really upgraded one position in their receiver group or tight end.
Yeah, switch out Jerry Jeudy for nothing crazy, but like a Mike Evans.
Pittman.
They probably could have bought Kelsey or Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I do like they have some very sleeper receivers though.
Yeah.
Some potential league winners.
Both guys that are solid receivers, young and upside, and then have finally the best quarterbacks of their career.
Yeah, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, I'm a huge. I think he was like top 3 last year in the second half of the season.
Yeah, he won championships. Yeah. All right, Hefe, you want to do the sign off?
What are we doing for a sign off? Well, we got a
picking
name.
Right now.
We got a name of this here shindig.
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, you can't call it the Hebrew Hammer. We already had we already have that.
What's that? It's like Talking Dead. What about Talking Hammer? This is the Talking Hammer.
Talking Hammer? We're just talking hammer.
Hammer talk.
Hammer talk. Okay, yeah. There you go. You got it. Got it from there. Take it away.
This is the Hammer Talk. You're listening to Beef Bust Jesse, Drofla One, and the Manziel's Hose, and the commissioner himself, El Jefe. This is Hammer Time. We'll see you next time.
Is there